The back of a hunting Cory bustard is the best perch to catch disturbed insects, and competition for this position is fierce. The young birds can't find the sweet spot, but they still emulate the adults, battling to balance at the tail end. The bustard seems very tolerant to all the squabbling that goes on, going about its foraging with total disinterest. But the juvenile bee-eaters are quite persistent, and before long a third bird arrives on the scene. The adult becomes quite agitated and tries to repel the young birds. Eventually the big bird takes action, chasing the bee-eaters off. Once order is restored, the adult bird takes up its mobile perch once more, and the pair continue on their collective hunt of insects. Where two male ostriches have a few female spectators, one gets some ridiculous behavior. The two embark on a display feud, scattering the females ahead of them in confusion. Eventually, the bigger male somehow gets the upper hand, and as he begins to pick up speed, the chase begins. By now, he's running at around 50 or 60 kilometers an hour, but he's not going as fast as the high-speed ball of feathers that he's chasing.
This unusual creature is a mantis shrimp, and you hardly ever find them outside of their holes. What really kind of catches my eye is the way the eyeballs roll about and move along. They have these extremely powerful little front pincers which they can shoot out at a rapid speed, and I have heard that this is comparable to a .22 bullet. Just across on the sand there was this beautiful honeycomb moray. These creatures don't actually need to swim to be able to pass water over their gills. Each time he opens a mouth, he takes a gulp of water, and this is later passed back over the gills. And this enables these types of eels to remain motionless for several hours at a time. Now this was something different. This is a scorpion fish. This is not an uncommon creature here at the reefs, but you don't often see them sitting on sand. This guy was having a little bit of trouble with the surge itself, and he was getting shunted around quite a bit at the bottom. They usually wedge themselves with their pectoral fins in a little crack or just to hold themselves in position. And eventually he got fed up with being pushed around on the sand and moved along to an adjacent rock. I noticed these 4 bluefin kingfish on patrol. Now these fish are quite aggressive predators and they're quite clearly hunting. In amongst this little grotto, there's quite a lot of sprats, and I decided just to stick around for a little bit and see exactly what happens. One of the fish will make a dart in, splinter the school up, and the others will follow just behind, trying to pick off individual fish or fish that are lost and not coordinated enough to follow the main school. This is not unlike the sardine run, except in a micro environment here on the reef.
This carcass is now probably about 5 days old, and as you can see, absolutely writhing with maggots of many different species. It's actually hot as I move in close to this carcass. The air around this carcass is thick with the buzzing of flies and the smell of death.
It was about 10 o'clock and the lines were still out in the open because of the overcast weather. We counted 11 lines. The other male, which made up the total of 12 lines in the pride, was missing though. They looked in good condition but hungry. One of the young cubs had become bored with the slow day. A monitor lizard was moving through the grass and had sparked the cub's interest. The monitor lizard moved through the grass, and when the cub got too close, it gave it a quick warning with a flick of its tail. The line backed off for a second and the monitor lizard disappeared down a hole. The cub looked quite disappointed as it peered down that its entertainment had vanished.